Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we are back for The Flash. Finally. I mean, it's only been a week, but I've been really curious what's going on with, what's his face? Oh no, I forgot his name. Suresh, I forgot what the character he's playing. Ramses, that guy. And the Crisis, obviously. Wells, we left off with Nash. He, like the end credit was him telling Joe and the rest of them that he has a plan to save Barry. He's been trying to reach the Monitor. I don't know. I'm not really sure who he's supposed to be. I was thinking the Anti-Monitor, but it doesn't really seem that way. What else happened? There was other stuff that I can't remember. Oh right, crap! It was the whole Cisco thing. Wait, was that last episode too? Yeah. Okay, there was the Cisco thing. Gypsy was killed by one of Cisco's doppelgangers. He went by Echo. Breacher invited, after they were able to stop him, Breacher invited him and oh no, what's her name? How did I forget her name? Camilla. I don't know why I kept wanting to say Colette. Who's Colette? Anyway, Camilla. He invited her to the did I say wedding? Funeral. I don't know which I said. Either way, he invited her to the funeral as well, which is sweet of him. Caitlin was the one that contacted me. Oh well, Frost and Caitlin went, but it was the Caitlin side that had had the conversation with Ramsey to try to convince him to come back to off the crazy side. Didn't work out. And he threatened to basically kill her the next time they meet. I'm pretty sure that's what he was saying. He was trying to convince her to join his side. He said no. So yeah, I think after that, we're probably gonna be just straight going to try to stop him. I don't know if he's gonna be used to like with the Crisis, or if he's like he's gonna be like a halfway story arc, and then we're gonna continue with something else. The only thing I can think of that would be the next one. Maybe they haven't introduced it yet, but there's also the the organization that's using metas. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I believe that happened last episode. So let's go ahead and jump into the next one.
You tracked a multiverse god down into a hole.
And he's going to do here what he has done on all these other Earths. Create fear. Because the Monitor is a fraud. He's a false god. One that I intend to take down, thereby saving your husband.
The official elongated man emblem.
Aww.
He's gonna scream. He's gonna be so surprised.
I've been preparing the whole team for life after Crisis, but Central City also has to be ready for a world without Flash, and Elongated Man should be its sole protector once I'm gone.
Sue was here. And either she's still here, or somebody in there knows why she isn't. Time to suit up.
Suit up? I think he means like a suit.
Who's the ring, pal? This is how we suit up tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Here, mine was tight too. Just
Now I have 10 selfies of inside Barry Allen's nose.
a camera tie. What, do you have a knife shoe and a grapple hook belt too?
Maybe.
I haven't seen you at one of these events before.
That's because I spent the last year on my island in Dubai. My partner and I sold our corporation.
Barry?
Yes, we recently sold our company for many millions of dollars.
Many millions of dollars. So you need a UV emitter for the thing, or to find the artifact?
Stupid Earth.
Okay.
The name's Dibney. Ralph Dibney.
Alan, Barry.
Well, nice to meet you, Alan Barry and Ralph Dibney. And what brings you to my wonderful Grossefire?
Poor Barry.
Sue Dearborn.
Sue. A fiercely intelligent young woman.
Maybe she's still on the guest list. You know,
Barry.
just in case.
Shush.
You think I should check?
Sure, here.
Ina. Sue Dearborn is not on the list.
Oh.
and strange. Neith, how are you?
Well, when an auction like yours pops up, no list can keep us away.
I like you.
You, on the other hand,
Him?
not so much.
Nicht so viel.
Oh! You're back.
I really like your shoes.
These old things? Yuck. I lost my favorite kicks to a black hole.
That's rough.
You are totally missing the mark.
You're not helping.
It's not a problem.
Yes, it is. She wants you to be chivalrous. Help her, now.
No, girl, I got.
I'm no expert, but the Book of Ralph says that when you ask someone out, you should just be yourself.
How is he supposed to be himself when he doesn't even know who he is anymore?
Uh-oh, Cecile.
Speedsters juggling dual identities like the Flash and Barry Allen.
Oh,
What?
stupid.
My boss's husband is the Flash?
Mm-hmm.
God, nobody tells me anything.
But then, of course, there's
Why would they tell you that?
The villain of the story, the Monitor.
None of your business.
Cosmic imposter with delusions of grandeur. That is why I'm gonna take that fraud down.
Damn it, Ralph, she's not here.
Oh, god dang it.
And to think, Mr. Dimney, that it was the Flash that set off my meta-activity monitor, then triggered the security protocols that got you caught. Dankeschön. I expect you to die.
Oh, come on. That line is literally from Goldfinger.
And so is this.
Sorry.
Behold.
So is this?
If I start using my powers, what's to stop me from becoming like her?
Because, Allegra, in this life, we choose. We choose who we are. So if you choose to use your incredible powers, that does not make you anything like Esperanza unless you choose that. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Tonight's job was for Ralph Dibney, because both parts of my identity have value. The same is true for you. Barry Allen is just as important as the Flash. Try to remember that. I know I will. 1, 2, flick! I got it, it's down. Oh, my gosh, what was that?
Oh, jeez. I kind of like this.
This isn't the bathroom.
Mr. Alan Barry, I see you have found the open bar.
I love Mortal Kombat.
I thought you looked like her too.
Mr. Dibney, we meet again.
You gotta take it easy on the bottom quotes, man.
You know what my favorite part is?
Finish him.
You know, usually. But for you, I'll make an exception.
Come on.
He's so goofy, I love it. Oh, you're still conscious. Oh, god dang, you kick hard. Oh, jeez. Nice, Bear.
Really, adjusting your tie.
Adjusting the Flash.
Wunderbar, Mr. Barry.
The name's Alan. Barry Allen.
Why are you being so nice today?
Let's just say, you remind me of someone.
Another doppelganger?
Something like that. Hey, good job.
Central City has another symbol of hope.
And so today, I hereby promise that I will defend Central City with my dying breath.
This man has saved Central City more times than anyone knows. So it's time that we thank him. It's time that I thank him.
Officer Barry Allen, on behalf of CCPD, we present you with their highest honor, the Medal of Honor. Thank you for your service.
Should that have made me that emotional? I don't know.
I recognize that pen.
Guess who else showed up in Midway City?
Ultraviolet.
Great press conference. I have a follow-up question.
You stupid show! No! I don't know if I should have teared up at that moment, but I did. God dang it, man. That was... I don't know, I guess it's just like, you know, Ralph being as close as he is to Barry. And also the fact that it was Joe, who also, like, they both presented him with the Medal of Honor, and it was just... The fact that they both know that, or to them, they both know that he's going to be sacrificing himself in the crisis. So it's that definitely had a lot of more to that than I guess than most people probably would have. I mean, like, most people in the show, like in the audience, the rest of CCPD would have recognized. I thought that was a great episode. Like, it was goofy, but it was supposed to be, and it was great. And I forgot to mention at the beginning, I know that Danielle Panabaker, I'm pretty sure this is the one that she directed this season. Pretty sure she said episode 6. I think this is the one she directed, which is, I thought it was great. It was great. It was so funny. Like, it was very, as Ralph said, is very Bond-esque. To get the, you know, from the villain to everybody, like, it was basically a villain imposing. I think that's the right word I'm using. That, like, freaking the guys, like, they're there to buy a super weapon made by this generic old time supervillain. Even one of the guys having an eye patch. I think we're just missing somebody petting a cat, which I think would have been a great touch. That moment where Ralph when he was giving his speech and he says, "I will protect this to my dying breath." That kind of worried me. And then now we see that, you know, Ramsey attacks Ralph, and I don't know if he can affect him. I didn't know Ralph could bleed either. Like, the dude was, I mean, I know he was using, like, taser knuckles or whatever. I don't know what he was using exactly. But I didn't know, because I don't think his powers were dampened, or was, like, the whole building, like, dampening them. You know, that wouldn't be the case, because if that were the case, then, well, she didn't use her powers either. Man, I don't know. Because I was wondering why Barry didn't kind of, like, use his abilities just to make it look like he was slightly fast enough. Not obviously using, you know, flash speed, but, like, seeing it in flash speed, but then reacting slightly faster than he normally would be able to if he didn't have his powers. And there was still, like, some leading up to the crossover with Wells looking. He apparently he said he needed an artifact. to be able to see like what stones he needed to dig around or whatever. But he needed a UV emitter, which was Allegra. But I mean, he wasn't looking for Allegra. So Allegra is, I'm assuming, her doppelganger, somebody that I don't know, daughter. Just the way that he kind of seemed very emotional at that end when he stayed and was looking at her. He seemed like he was holding back pain. And then every time he brings the monitor, like when he was talking about he what did he say? He debunks myths or something like that. Busts myths, same thing. And also when he was talking to Allegra, saying that we choose who we are, what we do. So it seems like things like the monitor or maybe the monitor himself have caused him trouble, because he was saying that the monitor just brings fear to every world he goes to. But I feel like that, I mean, in the comics, obviously that kind of, it can seem that way because of what he kind of sort of seems to bring to the world. But he's trying to, at least in here, he's trying to gather. He's kind of attacking the world to find the best one, the ones that have those that he could choose as his champions to go against the Anti-Monitor's plan. So I'm assuming that Wells is just wrong about this issue. But I'm curious exactly what had happened. Like, I'm assuming someone he cared about was killed. Probably the whoever Allegra's doppelganger is, if that is the case. Maybe it's just someone who reminds him, and maybe she just reminds him of somebody that he lost. Maybe not. It's not exactly her doppelganger, but it just seemed like maybe it was, because whenever he realized that she was the emitter, he's like, stupid Earth. So I don't know if he was like, man, you picked the person that looks exactly like somebody I cared about who was killed. Hoping we find out what exactly he's gone through soon. I mean, probably not, because I mean, let's see, what's it? Today's it's episode 7, right? So no, 6. So we have 2 more weeks, right? Today's the 19th. So about 2 more weeks. So I don't think it's not. Hold on. I'm gonna just double check. Yeah, 2 more weeks until the crossover. So there's a chance we find out what happened to him next episode. But they might hold it off until the episode before the crossover, at basically the mid-season finale. Usually where things get they end on a freaking cliffhanger that's really obnoxious. We have to wait till it comes back, and then we're not going to be dealing with it at all during the crossover. Well, there might be some hinting of it. I don't know. Well, considering it had to do whatever it is going to have to do with the crisis, I'm assuming we'll find out during the crossover as well. So I don't know. We'll find out. I hope we find out soon though. It's going to bug me. Now, about Barry. I know some people are probably going to be frustrated with how he was acting, and just it might seem out of character with how he's been acting this past season, or the past few episodes of the season. Considering he's been wiser, a better leader, and he's more astute. I think what's the word? More prepared as a leader, I guess. More experienced. This one might have seemed to have steered him the opposite way, just because he was kind of fumbling with it. But I mean, he is not exactly an undercover kind of person, even though he did a little bit better. Whenever it was it last season? Goldface, was that last season or season 4? I can't remember. Shoot, I think it was last season. Well, I don't know why. No. Either way, he went undercover he went undercover to get access to the black market so that he could get something he need. They needed something. I can't remember what it was exactly. But yeah, I think it was last season. I think it was more. Obviously, it was kind of, they made it to where it was a little more humorous in terms of how kind of ill prepared he was. But I guess he's not really used to this kind of Bondish, or that sounds weird, Bond villain scenario, undercover, working undercover like this. But I know I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how kind of silly it was, and even though there was the part I was getting frustrated whenever he was trying to rush Ralph and was talking about wanted to use his powers and speed through, and he does, and he ends up getting them caught. There's, he's wanting to speed up so that he can hurry up and get Ralph back to Central City so that he can pass the torch onto him so that he can prepare Central City for life without him, essentially. So that kind of, I feel like it, while it's frustrating, I don't feel like it's out of his character or that it's out of the way they've been writing him these past few episodes. But Chester's awake, and it seems like we're gonna keep him around. Hopefully, I'm hoping anyway, because he's fun. He's funny. He's very, very energetic. Yeah, I don't. Well, he might be more so like showing up. I don't know if he'll stay exactly, but excuse me. But he, Cecile, obviously she left the door open for him. She's saying that Star Labs is a great place for you. Then we see that Cecile, after it was last episode, I believe. No, where was it? It was whenever she was when she had helped Allegra, that episode. It wasn't last episode, but she decided she didn't want to be DA. She wanted to be a meta attorney. It's kind of obviously she's been working there for 20 years, so that's gonna shake someone up. Even though like it was their choice to do so, it's like a massive change, and they just kind of replaced her quite. I mean, they have to, but that realization just like wow. But both because of Chester, Cecile and Chester were able to help each other out and work out their issues, so that's good. Does he still have his powers? I wonder though, or like they're not. I don't know if his powers, but does he still have something connected with the black hole? I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out. I mean, he is super intelligent, so I mean, there's that he can offer the Star Labs, which is great. But I'm just wondering, it'd be kind of cool if he had black hole powers too, because that would help with. Well, I don't know how the black holes are working here. Like, I don't know how they'll use them. I don't know if they could use them as a portal. I mean, I know certain science fiction stuff they use them. Like, you can use a black hole as a kind of time and cutting through time and space kind of thing. Since now they don't have vibe, but they have the whatever those things are called. So they use those. But still, it'd be cool if you had powers. Now, I know we've seen it before already. Like last episode, whenever he found Joe, and some throughout last season as well. But Ralph is a freaking great detective. Like I know he's supposed to be in the comics as well, but God, it's so cool seeing. It's cool seeing him, seeing how proficient and skilled he is at it, and how aware and attentive to details he is. And he had some pretty neat gadgets considering. I mean, there's Star Labs, so they probably could have had whipped up some. They had whipped up some crazy stuff, but it's kind of cool seeing Ralph kind of go spy mode. It was really cool, and kind of he blended in well with the kind of cheesy Bond villain. The heck was that? He's been here. He's mingled with these people before when he kept looking for when he was looking for Sue in he mentioned in the first episode, right, of this season. But he's been in this world. He's been undercover in this world for I don't excuse me. I don't know how long. I don't know if it's this specific grouping, but he knew a lot of the people that were at the party, all the criminals that were there. But we finally got another acknowledgement of the group, the organization, or whatever that are using metas. Because we saw what's her face? I think she called herself Ultraviolet. So I was thinking that what's his face? What was his name? I don't know. The big villain guy in this episode was employing the organization, and they were like lending him one of their metas. Really, the only meta that we've seen them use. But Ralph pointed it out, or he caught the guy. I don't know if they pointed out the guy beforehand, but he shows Iris the photo, and that that he was at the party and involved, and then they finally they had a face before too, didn't they? But now they have like a bit more of a lead than they did before. So they because since the last time we saw him, which again was, I know it was the Allegra episode, but I don't remember when that was. Was it 4 or was it 3? I think it was, or was it 2? I don't remember. I think it was episode 2, the one where he went to, where Barry went to Earth 3, talk to Jay. So yeah, we haven't dealt with them in the past few episodes, so we're going into that again. So I don't know. And unfortunately, like, it was right after Ralph gave her the file or the photo, Ramsey showed up. So I don't know if Iris is gonna be close enough to notice or to hear that happen. Hopefully, maybe she can call Barry or something. And I don't know if Ramsey will be able to hurt or penetrate Ralph's skin or anything. I'm really worried about that because I mean, Ralph freaking made that line he made in the speech was that, to my dying breath, and that worries me. I feel like they said that for a reason. Just a small little thing I thought was funny. I like that Frost was using the Book of Ralph. I wouldn't expect her to use it, and I just thought that was great that she was. And she was using, like, that was helping her to correct Cecile. Like, you need to be yourself. And then that's kind of what led Cecile to realize that she needed help. But I just thought that itself was funny. The fact that she was using the book. Like, no one actually seriously gets help from Ralph's book. But Allegra, I forgot to mention, but Allegra, apart from knowing about the multiverse, she now knows about Barry being the Flash. I mean, I hope she at least lets Iris know. I mean, I don't know why I guess she doesn't really need. She wouldn't feel like she needs to, especially seeing as they didn't tell her. But I mean, why it wasn't your secret to know. Or you didn't exactly have right to know, like, that your boss's husband is the Flash. You're not really that close to them yet. She said that she'll tell you everything in time. But I mean, I know she didn't find it out on her own on purpose. It was freaking Nash. He didn't even care. He was like, when she asked, he's like, yeah, that's who he is. The scene where Ralph and Barry were tied up, and he was telling him that both our sides matter, both our hero and our civilian sides, they matter. They make us who we are. When he was saying Barry is important, and that it was to him, and basically like he's gonna miss Barry, not miss. I mean, he's gonna miss the Flash, but he's gonna miss Barry, his friend. Like, that scene, I mean, it didn't get me teared up, but it was like, oh man. You can, I mean, he's dealing with it better, but you can definitely see it's still weighing on him. They're definitely gearing us up for the crossover to be emotional, like, throughout the whole thing, like throughout all 5 episodes. Oh my god, 5 episodes. Yeah, I think that's all I got, guys. I really like this episode. I mean, it was goofy, but I mean, it was supposed to be, and it was. I don't know. I thought it was great. I thought it was hilarious. Like, I liked the Bond villain stuff. Like, I like that. I like the kind of how Ralph was like the Bond, and then Barry was just goofing up really, really bad. And they were like, when he was trying to say Alan, Barry Allen, like the first time round, he was like, Alan, Barry. Nice to meet you, Alan, Barry. But guys, that is it for this week's episode of The Flash. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the rest of our stuff, be sure to hit the button right next to me. And if you want to stick around for next week's episode, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, if you want to support us, go ahead and check out our Patreon. You get access to polls if you want to vote on shows you want us to react to, film any replacements, and early access videos for any catch-up series that we have. Link to our Patreon will also be in the description down below. Again, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you all next week.